Don't you hate it when you buy something and it breaks and then the warranty's not there? Don't you wish you would have known beforehand? Today we're going to find out with what questions to ask. Welcome to the Garage Authority Podcast, powered by A1. I'm your host, Jonithan Phillips, and today we're going over the warranties. And of course, I bring on a very close friend of mine, the one and only, the great and powerful, Thomas Worman. How you doing, brother?
Good. How about yourself, dude?
Doing good. Now, the reason that I bring Thomas Worman on is so he is a trainer with me in the A1 Academy. Kind of my protege a little bit, is taking up the mantle as far as leadership in there. And the reason I love Tommy so much is because he is one of the most, if you took a character from Yellowstone and just put them into garage doors, just stoic, get to the point, get the job done, this is your man. So whenever you get into something like warranties where it's a little gray and people kind of talk like this, I just brought one of the most straight shooter guys that I could find so we can actually talk it through. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
With an intro like that, I don't know how you don't do great.
Yeah.
But
I'm really excited because warranties vary. And I mean, depends on the company, depends on the service. But there are some standards that homeowners should get no matter what, is the whole point that we're going to talk about today. So getting into the brass tacks, what should every warranty include with a garage door?
So with the garage door, every warranty should cover the part and also labor.
Okay.
Right? Different parts will have different warranties just because garage doors are ran off of cycles and different parts are rated for different cycles. So depending on what part of the garage we're talking about, it should have its own warranty, not a blanket warranty covering all the scope of work.
Right. Anything from the operator to the panels to the movable parts like your bearings, cables, stuff like that. Now, whenever you say a cycle, just for the people that don't know at home, what does a cycle mean?
So a cycle is just one full rotation or one full run of that system, one up and one down.
One up and one down. Now, how long should coverage last? I know that's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question.
Yeah.
It's really dependent on the parts that the company's using.
Yeah.
I would say a minimum would be a year to 2 years.
Yeah.
Depending on, again, how integral of a part is that to the system.
Right.
I would say on those really important parts, the higher warranties, the better.
Right. Now, what parts specifically at A1? Because, I mean, yes, we have max life springs, but people can buy and custom make springs. Any company can do that. The fact is we just carry the premium parts standard instead of custom ordering. So as far as like springs, can you kind of explain the difference in warranty and why that is?
Yeah, so typically we carry 3 different types of springs on the van. They come with 3 different warranties. So we have our lifetime warranted spring or max life warranty. We have a middle of the road option, which is our 5-year warranty spring. And then our economy option, which is 2-year. The biggest difference in those is going to be the cycle life on it.
Yeah.
So our max lives are rated to average around 80,000 up and downs, while our middle of the road is 25,000 and the bottom of the barrel is 10,000.
Yeah. And then have you ever done a custom spring and gone above 80,000 cycles before?
Yeah. So we can definitely go higher for sure. You can always custom make springs to get 120,000 cycles plus, depending on the application. But, that's always an option.
Yeah.
But that's if the customer doesn't want it right then and there,
Yeah, depends on use too.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a Brady Bunch family with like 12 kids and that's the front door.
And it goes up 20 times a day.
Yeah, 20 times a day. All right, it's time to look at max life. Or, I mean, our max lives are made for standard residential doors. But if you still want that max life cycle for that giant RV door, you know what I mean? Or that 9-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot, 14-foot tall door. That's whenever you get into that custom order where you can still get that lifetime warranty on it.
100%. Especially on those taller doors because some factors will start cutting that life down.
Yeah.
So especially on the taller ones, that's when we're going to start leaning more towards custom ordering.
Yeah.
Maybe put a temporary Band-Aid to keep it running for them.
Yeah.
But get that custom order.
Whenever you say that the cycle life is a little bit harder on taller doors, can you explain why that is and why that spring will break faster if it's not like a custom order?
Yeah, so When we get to taller doors, we have to put more turns on those springs. So we have to just essentially put more tension on it.
Right.
So the more and more we tension that spring, the less life it's going to get because we're essentially putting it to its breaking point.
Right.
But when we custom order springs, they're engineered to handle that many turns on that set spring there.
Right. And what 3 parts of a spring, as far as engineering goes, kind of make that up?
So you're going to have your inside diameter, how wide that spring is, and then you're going to have the length of the spring, and then also the wire size. That's going to be the 3 key components there.
Awesome, dude. This is why I like having people that know what they're talking about. It's fun. So what's the difference? You were talking about warranty, and you were saying, there's warranty and there's labor. Like, how do you explain that to clients as far as like the difference and the purpose behind them?
So the difference between it is one's going to cover the part itself from like manufacturer defects or impurities in the steel, stuff like that. And then labor warranty is going to cover more of like, say I went out there and installed it and I just did a terrible job. That's going to be more for what that labor warranty covers.
Right. So. Is there a way that people can like I know how we do it, but as far as labor, you might have a lifetime warranty. How do you explain to a client, like, yes, you have a warranty on the part, but there's still labor. Like, why does that exist?
So that exists mainly for the person that's coming out there, right?
Right.
Say that the manufacturer defect does cause an issue, and then we have to send somebody out, or another company sends somebody out.
Yeah.
A technician shouldn't have to work for free.
Right.
Right, because they still have families to feed and things like that. So that's essentially where the difference lies.
Yeah. Now, can people get around that?
They can get around that, especially here at A1. We have what we call our worry-free club.
Yeah.
So if they sign up for that, not only do they get that lifetime warranty if that's what they decide to go with, but we also have a lifetime labor warranty that's tied into that worry-free club.
Right. As long as you're a member, no more labor. Don't have to worry about it. Now, how do warranties vary from company from what you've seen? You've seen a lot of garage door companies. We talk, we communicate, we train with other garage door companies to raise the industry standard. What have you seen at those other companies, and also what do you see here?
So what I see at those other companies and here is that they are starting to essentially tie warranties to the specific spring that's rated for higher cycles.
Right.
I've also seen a lot of companies that'll put the lower cycle spring with a lifetime warranty.
That's crazy to me.
It is crazy, and it's a disservice, to be honest. So what that ends up doing is it's like a blanket statement to try to make the customer feel like they get a better warranty with a better part when they're not in reality putting that better part up.
Right. And I think the hidden factor of that is if you have the most economical bottom of the barrel option and they want to put a lifetime warranty on it, well, what happens is they put one spring up, they don't change out the other one.
Yeah.
Right. And this is changing in the industry. There's a lot of companies that don't do this anymore, but there's still those sneaky ones out there. And they'll do one spring at a time, but it has a lifetime warranty. That's literally just to get you locked in as a client. And then they're going to come out, especially if you use that door a lot. That Brady Bunch family, that's breaking every 2 to 5 years. Labor right now, 150, 200. And then bam, that's it. Every few years, whenever you're trying to leave or get into the home, and they just keep doing that over and over again. And what's crazy is it seems cheaper and it seems like more of a value, but if you lived in that home for 20 years or so and it kept breaking every couple of years, well, guess what? You spent $4,000 on springs over that lifetime when you really add it up, when you could have paid, an actual custom-made spring from a company ranging from $800 to $1,000 one time.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing to me.
It also starts to wear out other parts of the system as well. Yeah. So now that's what those companies will bank on is, what else can I get here? And then can I keep coming back to just replace those things and charge labor?
Yeah. I mean, there's great mom and pop shops out there. There's other companies that we learn stuff from, but just be a little bit cautious whenever you come across a part if they're just lifetime warranty, but it's not an actual part that's meant to last a long time is all that we ask. So what's your warranty checklist as a homeowner? As a homeowner. Because, we can talk about garage doors. We can promote A1. That's why we work here. We love it here. We believe in it. But you as a homeowner, whenever you have HVAC come out, whenever you've had to deal with any home service, what do you look for in warranty?
So what I look for is at least a 30-day labor warranty.
Okay.
Because typically that's when issues with an install or work will start to arise is within that 30 days, maybe 90 days.
Okay.
As far as the parts, I look to make sure that they are actually different parts that they're trying to tie these warranties to.
Yeah.
It also kind of depends on the situation. So am I staying in the home forever?
Right.
Right now, I can see my house being maybe 7 more years, maybe potentially longer. Maybe I might retain it for a rental property. But, so I want something that's going to at least last me that duration that I'm going to retain that home.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking into.
Dude. So we've gone over what warranties include, how long coverage should last, hidden expenses. We've also gotten a little bit of like what is an actual lifetime warranty compared to, and then what other companies have done, and then your personal checklist. If you had a final message to a homeowner with any warranty work, or just what that looks like, or what type of company you want to deal with, what would you say?
If I was looking for warranty work or company to look for, I would look for one that has good reviews for one. Will be there to answer my call, because I don't want to be high and dry if they do work and then they just disappear.
Right.
Because I've seen that too.
Yeah. It's happened to me.
Yeah. And it's not a pleasant thing to be in.
No.
So really looking for a company that stands behind what they say, has the reviews to back it, and will also answer your phone call. Another big one is how are the employees treated?
Yeah.
Because if they're not happy to be there, that more than likely tells me that they're not going to do the best work.
Right.
Right.
That's a big deal. Definitely. Happy employees, happy company, happy customers.
That's right.
Every single time. Brother, short and sweet, to the point. I appreciate your time. We definitely have to bring him on for another episode. Probably my favorite episode, so stay tuned for that. Brother, thank you.
Yeah.